What's up, everybody? It is Matt from Electric All Wheel, and we are here with Jeremy. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man?
We have the Ariel riders. We got your Grizzly here, and then we have the Kepler behind me. Well, hopefully, with the universal throttle kit, we will be able to add an aftermarket thumb throttle plug and play without having to cut or solder or anything else into the system. And then we're going to install one on the Kepler. And what we'll do is we will test on your Grizzly.
Yeah.
The Grizzly does have the on-off switch for the throttle, so I don't think we're really willing to replace that right now.
No, not today.
No, definitely not. But we will test the connections just to see that it will work. All it means is that the throttle will always be on. The on-off for this is actually set so that if you're moving the bike and you inadvertently twist the handle and it moves, or you turn the half grip twist, it won't take off on you. So it's a nice safety feature, but if you have the thumb throttle, it would have to be more of a deliberate press for that to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with the idea of replacing it, but I think your throttle preference is still half grip twist.
It is.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'm a thumb throttle man through and through, and I know a lot of people out there in the interwebs are thumb throttle users as well. So we wanted to go ahead and demonstrate the use of the Electric All Wheel Universal Thumb Throttle Kit. The kit does come with full grips, so it will replace the half grip twist grip on the right hand side for the Ariel rider or any other handlebar set with a 22.2 millimeter diameter. And then the part that really gets it done is this harness. It's supposed to be connected. It's one piece, full length. It's got enough length to it to fit a multitude of bikes, and then it does have a neoprene sleeve so that you can wrap all of this up and take care of it. The thing that makes it worthwhile is you see the three colors, right?
Yes.
There are three colored in. One side is male, one side is female, and there's only one orientation coming off the throttle, so you pick the female end. And then from there, you will mix and match the color code combinations for the universal thumb throttle until you find the one that works. Most important, always have your bike on the rack for whatever you're testing. Since Jeremy's here, we're not going to rack the Grizzly because it's super heavy, but I implore you, make sure to check these bikes, get them on a rack, because while you're plugging these in, if it is on, if two of the cables are plugged in before the third and it's the right combination, it is highly likely that the bike will take off on you, just like we described with the inadvertent twist on the throttle. So it is very important that the bikes be racked while you're doing this. 6 total codes, 3 factorial codes that will actually be able to be used. So that's 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6. And that allows you to know that there are only 6 combinations. These 6 combination possibilities are in the product description on the Electric All Wheel website. And you will be able to use those to figure out what the appropriate combination for the color code ends is to make it work with the Ariel Rider Kepler. And of course, we will give you the combination that we figure out for this bike, and we have a high probability that it's going to be the same for the Grizzly. It may not be, but typically they use the same protocols across the brand. So I'm excited to see this. We won't mess with your beloved. We'll unplug and plug in and then get out of there quickly.
We'll test her out. We'll see.
For sure. I think most of the bikes you've ridden, aside from this one and the wired and the e-cells, they've all been thumb
Throttle. Yeah, just the cafe style. I prefer the twist, but
okay.
Other than that, thumb throttle.
This is the great divide between myself and Jeremy. It's coming down to the throttles on e-bikes. There are worse things in life.
That's right, there are.
Forever testing every possible model out there. All right, we will leave links for this product and all products that you see in the videos in the description below, and we appreciate you utilizing those products to help keep this channel going. This bike case front basket has been a lifesaver, and then we also have the bike case cell phone bag here on the Kepler, and then we have the bike case suspension seat post as well. Definitely a worthwhile situation.
Yeah, it is.
You have the full suspension Grizzly with the JB aftermarket seat, which is, this thing is amazing. Yeah. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure you like the suspension seat post.
I do, yeah. This is a, other than the suspension seat post, This is it.
Yeah, this is pretty.
This is it. This is pretty.
We'll leave you a link for this as well. Check out these custom seats. They are beautiful. A lot of Grizzly owners have them, and if you don't have one now, there are a lot of people out there trying to get after them because they are well worth the aftermarket ad. A little bit difficult to get installed, but once it's done, and it is a quality have for this bike. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out eBikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. I think enough talking. Let's just get to it.
Let's get to it, man.
All right, Jamie, since we have this one on the rack, we're going to go ahead and turn the bike on. And then we're just going to unplug the throttle cable and run the test as is. So
okay.
Here you go. And then we're going to need to show the camera the wheel spinning if it does. So just be sure that we can see that through here.
Got it.
So go ahead and try that one. Now this is each color to its own. So the combination is red, red, yellow, yellow, blue, blue. So go ahead and press that. Nothing. Let's see what.
Are you in pass? Let's try it now.
This Kepler is set up to throttle even and 0, but we're in pass 1. All right, so let that off. And we're gonna switch. We're going to leave red to red, and then we're gonna switch blue to yellow. And then yellow to blue. Go ahead and test that. All the way.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to maintain blue, and then we're going to switch red and yellow. So blue to blue, and then red to yellow, or yellow to red. Try it. Nothing?
Nothing.
All right. So now we will maintain yellow and switch blue to red and red to blue.
There we go.
That's a winner.
There we go.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad.
Not bad at all. Try it again. All right. Let it loose. Let's not knock your phone. Perfect. Now let's see if this works on the Grizzly. All right. Okay, we have the combination set for the Grizzly. We're just going to plug in what we had from the Kepler. Cross our fingers that this is the same. Hang on before we turn it on. I'm going to lift this rear wheel.
My friend.
There it is.
There we go.
All right. That is thumb throttle working on the Grizzly as well. That's perfect. Go ahead and turn that bike off for me. So we are now ready for install. We've proven the combination for what seems to be the Ariel rider setup. And so that is blue male to red female, yellow to yellow, and then red male to blue female. Perfect.
All right.
Let's get it installed in the Kepler. I'm excited.
All right.
I am upset about losing the grips on the 4 Ariel rider because the grips have their logo on them, but these grips are pretty good, right? Same style, same material that is on the Ariel rider Kepler, and then these clamp on as well, so they're not just some kind of slip-on grip, and they'll be good. Plus, I get to keep the mirrors. So.
And that goes on for universals and the grips as well.
22.2 millimeter handlebars,
okay.
Which is the industry standard. That's what your Grizzly is. That's
okay.
what the Kepler is. It's what every bike we've tested this on, including wired and e-cells. So
all right,
it
no
works
excuses.
Out. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get it on. It's time for lunch.
Do this side first.
So what I can do is I'll just turn it down. So the first thing you need to do is this side view mirror, and it's a hex wrench in the end there. Probably that second one. That one. And just loosen it all the way, and then it'll friction itself out. So just pull it out. Don't take it all the way loose, yeah. Perfect. Now these are friction grips, so just work that off. Beautiful. And then you picked up a second wrench, right?
Yes. All right.
Now you're going to need this, and that screw is right here.
Just loosen it up.
Yep,
Don't
and
need
then
to take it out.
slide it off, and there's a little cap in the end, so you don't want to lose that either.
Okay.
Now you'll take your throttle and then just slide it on.
Okay.
And what you got to do now is actually test the depth of the grip. You may need to move the brake handle and the shifter, right?
Okay.
So everything fits. Okay.
All right.
There is a right and left grip, and it does come with an end cap, but because we're putting on the rear view mirrors, you don't need it. So what we're looking at is depth here, and that looks almost spot on.
yeah.
Right, we're not really going to worry about that too much. You may need to loosen these two screws
Okay.
with the hex head wrench to get it on there, but that's it.
Actually.
So yeah, you'll have to loosen
Yeah.
both ends, probably this end. And see if it'll push on there. Perfect. And then you look at the ends here.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, what you're looking at is how the grip sits. Right? Is it equal with the other grip? And then it feels like it is, so we're going to do that. And then now you'll just tighten down both of these ends. Full turn.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Now we need to tighten the throttle, and so you know that screw is right here on the bottom.
Okay.
And then what you're looking for is how does that sit in terms of your rest, right? You put your hand on the grip, and then you just see what a natural rest for your thumb is. And now for me, this is where I like it. That's going to push right under and make it vertical when it's fully depressed. So I'm going to hold this for you, and I want you to tighten that screw underneath right there. That feels pretty tight. So now we're going to bring this cable underneath.
Okay.
We're going to plug the male end of this into the female adapter, right? There is an orientation, you can't really mess it up. And then you just plug that in right there. And then we'll bring this down. And then we'll take this in and plug it into the factory end. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And then let's see if the rear wheel goes. Perfect, that's working. Now the last bit is the neoprene sleeve, and this is here so you can cover up the excess slack.
Okay.
And it's 2 zipper ends, and then you feed one end into the zipper, and then it zips up around the cables like so. And then I put my wrap around it. And get that set. And then I'm just going to feed it down around all these cables. And if you don't have a basket set up like this, this will be much easier. And there you got it.
Like a glove.
Closes up, and then it wraps up all your cabling, makes it nice and smooth. Let's watch your head. Let's see if we get a turn. Right. No binding. That's good. And then what you'll do is you'll put on your second grip if you want the match, or you just leave your aerial rider grip if you so prefer. So the way this works is these are the meat chows, and when you squeeze it, it compresses this and then pushes these edges out and then fixes itself inside.
Makes sense.
So go ahead, I'll hold it for you into the end. That's not going to work on that one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Got it?
Got it.
Perfect. All right. So here we are. We are going to test full throttle real quick using just the aftermarket thumb throttle. Well, there you have it. We have successfully installed an aftermarket thumb throttle plug and play on the Ariel Rider Kepler, and we tested it on the Grizzly.
We sure did. I'm glad it worked, man. So it's universal.
Yeah, it is universal.
It's in the name.
If you do install it on the Grizzly, you lose the on-off switch for the half grip twist. Deal breaker?
No, it's worth it.
It's worth it?
If you really want the thumb throttle, it's worth to lose that.
All right, for sure. We are pretty happy with that combination. We did test the combination. We have the combination that works for these aerial riders. You will need to test that and use one of the 6 combinations in the product description. If it doesn't work for you, make sure that your bike is racked when you do it. You saw how it will just take off on you, so just be sure that your bike is racked so you don't have a missile projector while you're doing this install. Check out all the other products. The suspension seat post from Bike Case mixed with the Cloud 9 seat is the perfect addition, especially for a hardtail bike like this. And we utilize that on our e-cells and wired combos as well. And I know you appreciate it there.
I do, yeah.
Bike Case front basket. This took a little bit of modification. Anybody that's really interested, reach out to me. I'll send you a couple pics of what I've done here. All in all, wasn't terrible. But we really like the fact that I can just take the basket off. Right. That's my favorite thing. And then it just goes right back on. So aftermarket thumb throttle, Bike Case suspension seat post. We have run dual battery on this Ariel Rider Kepler. We will leave links to the setup for that in the description below as well. And you can check out the channel for all the videos that encompass the Ariel Rider setup. We did a quad setup on this thing and everybody thought it was insane. Yeah. Remember, it had that horn. It had a battery that looked like a horn coming up here. But once we got done setting the cell phone bag here for all the goodies, it looked normal. Yeah. So it took a lot of grief for that one.
Yeah, it's a little bulky, but hey.
Yeah. It was good. It worked out. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, go for a ride with your friends. Jeremy and I are off for pizza and beer. We'll talk to you next time.
Take it easy.